You know that you are in the NI WorkTrack application, as it will say NI WorkTrack at the top. To sign into your Natural Insight account, entering your username and password. If you've forgotten your password at any time, you can use the Forgot Password option. To reset your password, entering your current username and click the Reset Password button. Doing this will send you an email with a link to reset your password. If you do not receive an email, please contact your district manager or field supervisor for further assistance. Once you have your username and password entered, click the Sign In button. If this is your first time logging into Natural Insight, you will be required to accept their terms and conditions. You can do this by clicking Yes, then Submit, then Continue to access your homepage. If this is your first time logging in, please check your profile to make sure all of your information is accurate. Please make sure both your home address and shipping address are accurate, as these will be used to ship all items to your home. If any of the information in this section is incorrect, please contact your district manager or field supervisor to notify them of the issue. Next to the Profile button at the top of your page is your Resources section. Within this page are folders that contain helpful content like HR documents, helpful links, and training materials. To expand any of these sections, simply click on the plus sign to see the information that resides within each folder. You can navigate back to your home page at any time by clicking the Home button. The Home button will always be available at the top of your page and will always bring you back to your home screen no matter where you are in the system. On the home page, you will have three main pods. First, your profile page, which contains your calendar. Next, your messaging pod, where you may periodically receive communication from Blackhawk. And lastly, your visits pod, which will contain all upcoming and past due visits you should be focusing on. To view your upcoming visits, you can click the Show button, and that'll show us all upcoming visits that we have on our schedule. Each week, Blackhawk will add all of your visits to your schedule for the upcoming work period. All visits will be scheduled on Sunday, the start date of that period, for midnight. It will be part of your activities to come in prior to the period and reschedule all of your visits to the date and time that you plan on visiting the store. There are two main ways to reschedule your visits. First, from the home page, you can do this by clicking on a store name. This will produce the visit information pop-up box where you can click on the Actions button, then click Reschedule, and this will take you to the Reschedule Visits page. On the Reschedule Visits page, you can see the detailed information about this visit, including the acceptable date range of when it can be scheduled and the expected time this visit will take to complete. At the top of the page, you can choose the date and time that you plan on visiting the store. Once you have chosen your date range, click the Submit button. If the visit that you're rescheduling is part of a bundle, which is a group of visits that are taking place at the same store at the same time, you will be taken to the bundled scheduling page. Here you will see all of the visits that you will need to schedule together. The system will automatically schedule them back to back, and to minimize the number of trips that you need to make to a store. Once you verify that all the information is correct, click the Reschedule button to complete the process. You can repeat this process for all of your other visits that are on your schedule until all visits have been rescheduled. The second way that you can schedule is through the visit calendar. The visit calendar will always default to the month view. However, you can change it to the week view or the daily view if you prefer those options. From any of the calendar views, you can click on a visit to produce the visit information pop-up box and reschedule a visit through the exact same process that you did from the home page. Also from your iPad, you can use the drag and drop feature where you can hold your finger down on a visit, drag it to a new day that you want to schedule it to, and then drop it on that day by releasing your finger. After you drop the visit on the day of your choosing, you can choose a new time for that day and then follow the same exact process as you did when rescheduling from the home page. Once your schedule is set and prior to visiting your stores, you should review your visit details. To do this, you can click the Show button if necessary to view your upcoming visits. You can click on the store name to produce the visit information pop-up box. The first tab you'll see in this box is the Info tab, which will give you detailed information about the store, the available dates this visit is allowed to take place, and you will also see this box here, which is a link to your store notes and contacts. Clicking on this box will bring you to the store notes and contacts page. The notes section will show me any general notes that have been added, like always check in with the store manager. The contacts section will show me any store contacts that have been added. Here I can see that Joe Smith is the manager, his phone number, his email address, and the comments left about Joe. If you wish to add a new note or contact, simply click on the option you want to add and then click the plus sign. Either option will produce a page where you can enter in more information either about the contact or the note that you want to add. Please add as much detail as possible when creating new notes and contacts. Please remember that any note or contact that you add can be seen by anyone else visiting this store. Once you have finished adding in your information, click the Save button to save your note or your contact. Returning to the visit information pop-up box, the next tab is your map tab. This will show you the proximity of your home to the store that you're going to be visiting. The next tab is your materials tab. This will show you all specific instructions that have been added for this visit. To open any of the documents, click on the document and it will open up into the app so you can view it at any time. Other materials that you will see are your planograms. Planograms will be location specific. This information can be accessed at any time, including from within the survey, which you will see during the survey section. Now that you have all of your information, you can start visiting your stores. The first thing that you will need to do when you arrive at your store is check in. To check into your visit, click on the stopwatch icon on your home page for that visit, and you will be brought to the check-in page. The check-in button may vary depending on your status. If you see an orange button that says check-in out of area, you may be at the wrong store. If you are at the correct store, please continue with the check-in process and notify your manager of the out-of-area check-in. If everything is correct, you will see a blue button that just says check-in. In either scenario, click the check-in button to complete the check-in process. Once you have successfully checked in, you will be returned to your home page and you will see the stopwatch icon has changed, indicating that you are currently checked in for this visit. We will show you the checkout process in the survey section of this video. Now that you are checked in for your visit, you can launch your call report by clicking on the survey icon on your home page or by clicking on the Enter Survey Data button in your visit pop-up box. Clicking on either option will bring you into your call report. At the top of your call report, you will have a couple of options. First, clicking on the Info button will give you the Visit Information pop-up box, where you can click on the Materials button to access visit instructions and planogram. Next to the information icon is your checkout icon, which we'll touch on at the end of the survey. Next to that is your store notes and contacts icon to reference any store notes or contacts. To begin your call report, click on the first question, and that will bring you to the first question page. Here we can see our question that is being asked and then our answer option. To answer this question, choose an option and then click the next button. If at any time you want to return to your previous question, you can click the back button to return to the question that you just answered. Or if at any time you want to return to the table of contents page, you can click the double arrows at the top left side of your screen, and that will take you to the table of contents page where you can review any previous answers or any upcoming questions that you need to answer. To navigate to any question from this page, click on the question you want to go to, and it'll bring you directly to that page. This next question is an example of a fixture grid. Here we have the name of the fixture that we're servicing and the questions that need to be answered for that fixture. You can also use the fixture name in your grid to identify the correct planogram that you should be using in your materials section. To start answering questions, click on the top option, and that will bring you to that question with your answer choice. Choose your answer, click Next to continue on to the next question for that fixture. Continue answering the questions until you are brought back to the fixture preview page. Once back at the fixture preview page, you can see all of the answers that you provided, along with any questions that were skipped and did not need to be answered based off of your previous answers. The green check mark at the top of the page will indicate that all required questions have been answered and you can move along in the survey. If you see a red X here, that means that you do have questions that you still need to answer that are required to move on. The next question that we'll take a look at is a photo question. In order to answer a photo question, you must take a live photo. In order to take a live photo, click the Tap Me circle. This will bring up the Choose Your Photo Source where you must click Take a Photo. Then your camera will pop up and you can take your photo by clicking the white circle. Then click the Use Photo button at the bottom right. This will bring up the Edit Image where you can click Use Original at the top left. Then the photo will appear in your call report. Once the photo is in your call report, if you need to, you can rotate it by using the arrow circles, flip your photo by using the triangles, change it to a new photo by clicking the Change button and going through the exact same process that you just went through. Once you have provided your photo, you can click the Next button to continue on in your survey. The next question we'll take a look at is the out of stock and low stocks question. During your survey, you will be asked if you need to enter in out of stock or low stock information. If you choose yes, you will be taken to the out of stock, low stock page where you can click into the open box to start searching for out of stock or low stock cards. When you click into the box, your iPad keyboard will come up and you can start searching for the item that you're looking for. Once you find it, choose it from your list and then it will be added into your survey. If you need to associate a quantity to it other than 0, click into the box and make your change. You can then continue searching for other items and then simply choose them from your list and they will be added into your call report. If at any time you need to get rid of your keyboard, you can click the keyboard button at the bottom right. Continue to navigate through the survey until you answer all required questions. Once you get to the end of the survey and prior to reaching the timekeeping section, you will want to check out of your visit. To do this, you can click on the checkout button at the top of your screen, which will bring you to the checkout page where you can click the checkout button in order to complete your checkout. This must be done prior to leaving the store. Once you have checked out, you will get an overview of your time and you can click the back button to return to the call report. Once you have checked out, you can then proceed to the timekeeping portion. Here you will see all of your timekeeping information has been pre-populated by your check-in and checkout times for this visit. Once you have validated that your times are accurate, you can continue on in your survey and answer any subsequent questions that you still need to answer. When you have reached the end of the survey, you will be returned to your table of contents page where you can review all of your answers you are about to submit. Please double check all of your answers and photos for accuracy. If you see any issues or need to make any changes, just click into the question, make the changes that you need to make, and then you can click the double arrows to return back to your table of contents page. Once you have validated all of your answers, click the Submit button to complete your call report for this visit. Your survey has been successfully completed when you see the success page. You can close this page by clicking Close Survey, and you will be returned to your home page. If you would like to review the data that you just submitted, you have your completed data section on your home page where you can review completed data that you have just submitted, or you can go into the More section to review past data. If at any time you see an issue with data that you've submitted, please contact your district manager or field supervisor to resolve any issues. If at any time you're concerned that you will not have an internet connection while you're visiting your store, you can use Natural Insights Surveys to Go function. This will allow you to download your surveys locally to your device and fill them out without an internet connection. To learn more about Surveys to Go, please see the Surveys to Go section in the Natural Insights Blackhawk Network Comprehensive Guide and the How to Save NI Documents to Your iPad located in the Resource Center.